Olivia and the paw print pathway. Under the silvery glow of the full moon, a single, glowing paw print materialized on the ground, pulsing with a mystical energy. Olivia's emerald eyes widened with a mixture of wonder and trepidation as she gazed upon this enigmatic mark, knowing that it was the first clue in a journey that would test the very limits of her meowgic abilities. Chapter 1: The Celestial Summons. As Olivia stood transfixed by the paw print's ethereal glow, a familiar, luminous figure emerged from the shadows. Astra, the wise celestial feline who had guided her through the trials of Meowgic Mountain. The guardian's serene expression carried a grave, cautionary note. "Olivia, you have been summoned," Astra murmured, its voice reverberating with a sense of ancient authority. "The paw print pathway has appeared, and it is your destiny to follow its lead." Olivia felt a surge of both trepidation and determination. She knew that the paw print's appearance was no mere coincidence, but rather a call to action, one that would require her to once again harness the power of Meowgic and confront the very forces that threatened to unbalance the natural order. "What awaits me on this journey, Astra?" Olivia asked, her voice tinged with a mixture of curiosity and resolve. The celestial feline's luminous gaze swept over her, a faint, serene smile gracing its features. "That, young Olivia, is for you to discover," Astra replied, its words carrying a sense of cryptic wisdom. "But know this, the fate of our feline kin rests upon your shoulders. The primordial shadow that you faced on Meowgic Mountain has not been vanquished, and it seeks to disrupt the delicate celestial gathering that holds the key to restoring balance to our world." Olivia felt a chill run down her spine at the mention of the ominous shadow creature, but her emerald eyes shone with a fierce, unwavering determination. "Then I shall follow the paw print pathway, Astra," she declared, her voice ringing with conviction. "I will uncover the secrets it holds and confront this primordial shadow, no matter the cost." The celestial feline's gaze reflected a glimmer of approval, and Astra nodded solemnly. "Then go, Olivia, and may the elemental forces of Meowgic guide your steps," the guardian murmured, its voice infused with a reverent weight. With a deep, steadying breath, Olivia turned her attention to the glowing paw print, watching as it began to glow even brighter, pulsing with a mystical rhythm. Steeling herself for the journey ahead, she stepped forward, following the trail of ethereal marks that seemed to shimmer and dance across the landscape, leading her deeper into the unknown. Chapter 2: The Starry Trail. As Olivia followed the paw print pathway, the world around her seemed to transform, the familiar landscapes of Meowgic Mountain giving way to a dreamlike, ethereal realm. The full moon overhead shone with a celestial brilliance, casting an otherworldly glow upon the trail of glowing footprints that stretched out before her. Astra's words echoed in Olivia's mind, a reminder of the grave responsibility that rested upon her shoulders. The primordial shadow still lurked in the shadows, and the delicate balance of the feline world hung in the balance. Olivia knew that she must be unwavering in her quest to uncover the secrets of the paw print pathway, for it was the key to restoring harmony to the natural order. Suddenly, a flash of luminous movement caught her eye, and Olivia watched in wonder as a playful, star-like sprite danced along the trail, its radiant form leaving a trail of twinkling stardust in its wake. "Well, hello there, young feline," the sprite trilled, its voice tinkling with a mischievous lilt. "What brings you to the starry trail on this mystical night?" Olivia regarded the celestial being with a mixture of caution and curiosity. "I follow the pawprint pathway, sent by Astra to uncover its secrets," she replied, her emerald eyes narrowing slightly. "Do you know where it leads?" The sprite let out a delighted giggle, its ethereal form weaving intricate patterns through the air. "Ah, but that would be telling," it exclaimed, its playful gaze meeting Olivia's steadily. "The starry trail is full of surprises, young feline. You must be willing to embrace the unknown and trust in the guidance of the cosmos." Olivia felt a surge of determination, her paw instinctively reaching for the emerald collar that rested against her chest. "Then I shall do just that," she declared, her voice infused with a resolute conviction. "Lead on, sprite, and I shall follow where the pawprints take me." The celestial being's luminous form danced and twirled, leaving a trail of stardust in its wake. "Excellent," the sprite exclaimed, its voice brimming with delight. "Then let us embark on a journey like no other, Olivia of Meowgic. The secrets of the cosmos await." With that, the sprite darted forward, its radiant form guiding Olivia along the pawprint pathway as it wound its way through the starry, ethereal landscape. Olivia's senses were heightened, her connection to the natural world amplified by the mystical energies that permeated this otherworldly realm. As she followed the sprite's lead, Olivia couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder and trepidation. The pawprint trail seemed to beckon her deeper into the unknown, and she knew that the challenges that awaited her would test the very limits of her meowgic abilities. But with Astra's guidance and the celestial sprite's mischievous companionship, she was determined to uncover the truth that lay at the heart of this mystical quest. Chapter 3: The Wise Owl's Counsel. As Olivia followed the playful sprite along the glowing pawprint pathway, the landscape around her began to transform once more. The starry, ethereal realm gave way to a towering, ancient forest, the full moon's silvery light filtering through the dense canopy of leaves. Suddenly, a sudden movement in the branches above caught Olivia's eye, and she watched as a massive, regal-looking owl descended, its golden gaze fixed upon her with a penetrating intensity. "Welcome, young feline," the owl intoned, its voice resonating with a deep, scholarly wisdom. "I have been expecting you." Olivia felt a surge of both trepidation and intrigue, her emerald eyes narrowing slightly as she studied the majestic creature. "You were expecting me?" she asked, her voice tinged with a mixture of caution and curiosity. "Then you must know the reason for my journey along the pawprint pathway." The owl's expression remained impassive, its piercing gaze sweeping over Olivia with a discerning air. "Indeed, I do," the wise bird replied, its words measured and deliberate. "I am the ancient keeper of the celestial archives, and I have been tasked with guiding those who follow the paw-print trail to the gathering place of our feline kin." Olivia felt a spark of hope ignite within her, her heart racing with the prospect of finally uncovering the secrets that lay at the end of this mystical journey. "Then you can tell me more about this gathering, and what I must do to confront the primordial shadow that threatens our world," she said, her voice brimming with urgency. The owl's golden gaze narrowed slightly, a hint of concern reflecting in its depths. "Ah, yes, the primordial shadow," the wise bird murmured, its voice laced with a grave note. "This ancient, primal force has been drawn to the celestial gathering, seeking to disrupt the delicate balance that sustains our realm." Olivia felt a chill run down her spine, the memory of her previous encounter with the shadowy entity still fresh in her mind. "Then I must reach this gathering place as quickly as possible," she declared, her emerald eyes shining with determination. "Astra has charged me with restoring harmony to the feline world, and I cannot fail in this task." The owl regarded her with a contemplative expression, its massive wings folding neatly against its body. "Your courage is admirable, young Olivia," the wise bird acknowledged, "but the path ahead will be fraught with peril. The primordial shadow is a formidable adversary, and you must be prepared to face it with the full power of your meowgic abilities." Olivia nodded solemnly, her paw once again reaching for the emerald collar's pendant. "I am ready, Ancient One," she replied, her voice filled with a steadfast resolve. "Guide me to the celestial gathering, and I shall confront this dark force, whatever the cost." The owl let out a low, rumbling hoot, its golden gaze reflecting a glimmer of approval. "Then let us proceed, Olivia of Meowgic," the wise bird declared, its massive wings unfurling as it took to the air. "The fate of our world hangs in the balance, and the celestial felines await your arrival." With a graceful sweep of its wings, the owl soared ahead, leading Olivia deeper into the ancient forest and closer to the mysterious celestial gathering that held the key to restoring balance to the feline realm. Olivia followed with a renewed sense of purpose, her heart filled with a determination to vanquish the primordial shadow and fulfill her destiny as a guardian of the natural order. Chapter 4: The Celestial Gathering. As Olivia followed the wise owl through the ancient, towering forest, the paw-print pathway began to glow with an ever-increasing intensity, the ethereal marks pulsing with a mesmerizing rhythm. The air around her seemed to vibrate with a palpable, primal energy, and Olivia could feel the emerald collar's pendant thrumming against her chest, as if her meowgic powers were being drawn to the very heart of this mystical realm. Suddenly, the lush canopy of leaves parted, and Olivia's emerald eyes widened in awe at the sight that unfolded before her. She had emerged into a vast, open clearing, the full moon overhead casting a brilliant, silvery glow upon the gathered felines below. Seated in a concentric circle, the celestial cats regarded her with a mixture of curiosity and reverence, their eyes glowing with an ethereal light. At the center of the gathering stood a magnificent, luminous feline Astra, the wise guardian who had guided Olivia on her previous journey. "Welcome, young Olivia," Astra's voice resonated, the Guardian's serene expression reflecting a profound, ancient wisdom. "We have been awaiting your arrival." Olivia felt a surge of both humility and purpose, her emerald gaze sweeping across the gathered felines. "I have come to confront the primordial shadow that threatens our world," she declared, her voice ringing with a steadfast conviction. "Astra, you said that the fate of our kin rests upon my shoulders. Tell me, what must I do?" Astra's luminous gaze met Olivia's steadily, the Guardian's words infused with a grave, cautionary tone. "The primordial shadow grows ever stronger, drawn to the very heart of this celestial gathering," the feline elder replied. "It seeks to unravel the delicate balance that sustains our realm, and only you, Olivia, possess the meowgic power to stand against it." Olivia felt a surge of determination, her paws instinctively tightening into resolute fists. "Then I am ready, Astra," she said, her voice unwavering. "Guide me in channeling the full force of meowgic, that I may vanquish this dark, primal entity." Astra's serene expression softened ever so slightly, a glimmer of approval reflecting in the Guardian's luminous gaze. "Very well, young Olivia," the feline elder murmured. "The time has come for you to fulfill your destiny as a protector of the natural order." With a graceful sweep of its paw, Astra gestured towards the gathered felines, the celestial cats rising in unison to form a concentric ring around Olivia. "Channel the power of the meowgic," Astra instructed, its voice infused with a reverent, ancient authority. "Let the elemental forces of our world flow through you, and unleash their full might against the primordial shadow." Olivia felt a surge of both trepidation and resolve, her emerald eyes closing as she attuned her senses to the pulsing rhythms of the natural world. She could feel the earth beneath her paws, the currents of air caressing her fur, the subtle warmth of the fire, and the flowing currents of water. All of these elemental forces seemed to converge within her, waiting to be harnessed. With a deep, steadying breath, Olivia opened her eyes, her gaze reflecting a fierce, unwavering determination. She reached out with her meowgic powers, feeling the energy of the gathered felines flow into her, amplifying her connection to the primordial forces of the universe. Suddenly, a dark, ominous presence began to materialize in the center of the clearing, a shadowy feline form coalescing from the very shadows themselves. Olivia steeled herself, her muscles coiling with a predator's grace as she prepared to confront this ancient, primal entity. "The primordial shadow," Astra's voice rang out, the Guardian's tone laced with a grave, cautionary note. "Olivia, now is the time to unleash the full power of meowgic, for the fate of our world hangs in the balance." Olivia felt the elemental energies surging within her, the very air crackling with a palpable, charged intensity. With a fierce, resolute determination, she unleashed the full force of her meowgic abilities, summoning towering spires of earth, raging torrents of water, swirling cyclones of air, and cascading walls of fire, all converging upon the primordial shadow in a dazzling, thunderous display of cosmic power. As the celestial felines looked on with bated breath, Olivia and the primordial shadow engaged in a titanic, cataclysmic clash, their battle echoing with the very sounds of the universe. The fate of the feline realm hung in the balance, and Olivia knew that she must emerge victorious, no matter the cost. Chapter 5: Triumph of the Celestial Guardian. The air crackled with elemental energy as Olivia's meowgic powers clashed against the dark, primordial force that had materialized before the gathered celestial felines. Towering spires of earth, raging torrents of water, swirling cyclones of air, and cascading walls of fire converged upon the shadowy entity, their combined might threatening to tear the very fabric of the cosmos asunder. Olivia felt a surge of power coursing through her veins, her emerald eyes shining with a fierce, unwavering determination. She poured every ounce of her being into the assault, channeling the ancient rhythms of meowgic with a precision and intensity that defied the limitations of her feline form. The primordial shadow recoiled, its ethereal form twisting and contorting under the onslaught of elemental forces. Yet, despite the ferocity of Olivia's attack, the dark entity refused to be vanquished, its primal energies coalescing into a formidable, serpentine shape. With a malevolent, unearthly screech, the primordial shadow lashed out, its shadowy tendrils striking at Olivia with blinding, predatory grace. The young feline felt the impact reverberate through her body, but she refused to falter, her meowgic abilities surging with renewed vigor. Astra and the gathered celestial felines watched the battle unfold with a mixture of awe and trepidation, their luminous gazes fixed upon Olivia as she fought to protect the delicate balance of their realm. "Hold fast, young Olivia." Astra's voice rang out, the Guardian's tone infused with a reverent, ancient authority. "Channel the power of the cosmos, let the very stars guide your paws." Olivia felt a surge of renewed energy coursing through her, the emerald collar's pendant glowing with a brilliant, celestial radiance. Harnessing the rhythmic pulsations of the full moon overhead, she unleashed a dazzling barrage of elemental attacks, her meowgic abilities amplified to a scale that shook the very foundations of the ancient forest. The primordial shadow recoiled, its shadowy form wavering under the onslaught of Olivia's cosmic-infused assault. With a final, agonizing screech, the dark entity began to disintegrate, its primal energies dissipating like smoke on the wind. As the last vestiges of the primordial shadow faded into oblivion, a profound, reverent silence settled over the celestial gathering. Olivia stood amidst the aftermath, her emerald eyes shining with a mixture of triumph and awe. Astra stepped forward, the Guardian's luminous gaze reflecting a profound sense of pride and approval. "Well done, Olivia of Meowgic," the feline elder murmured, its voice resonating with a reverent weight. "You have proven yourself a true guardian of the natural order, wielding the power of Meowgic with a skill and conviction that defies the limitations of your years." The gathered celestial felines let out a harmonious chorus of approving yowls, their eyes gleaming with a newfound respect for the young heroine who had vanquished the primordial shadow. Olivia felt a swell of humility and purpose, her paw instinctively reaching for the emerald collar's pendant. "The battle was not my own, Astra," she replied, her voice tinged with a grateful sincerity. It was the combined strength of the Meowgic, channeled through the wisdom and guidance of our feline kin, that triumphed over the darkness. Ustra's serene expression softened, a faint, approving smile gracing the guardian's features. And therein lies the true power of Meowgic, young Olivia, the feline elder murmured. It is the interconnectedness of all living things, the delicate balance that sustains our world, that grants us the strength to overcome even the most formidable of challenges. Olivia felt a deep sense of understanding wash over her, the weight of her responsibility as a guardian of the natural order settling upon her shoulders with a reverent gravity. Then I shall continue to uphold that balance, Ustra, she declared, her voice filled with a steadfast resolve. For as long as the primordial shadows threaten our realm, I will be there to confront them, using the power of Meowgic to protect our feline kin and maintain the harmony of the cosmos. The celestial felines let out a chorus of approving yowls, their luminous gazes reflecting a newfound respect and admiration for the young heroine who had proven herself worthy of the mantle of celestial guardian. As the full moon continued to bathe the clearing in its silvery glow, Olivia knew that her journey had only just begun. The secrets of Meowgic were vast and complex, and she would need to continue honing her Meowgic abilities in order to face the challenges that lay ahead. But with the guidance of Ustra and the support of the celestial felines, she felt a deep sense of purpose and determination, a conviction that she would rise to meet every obstacle and emerge victorious in her quest to protect the delicate balance of the feline realm. Epilogue: The Mantle of Guardianship. As the celestial felines dispersed, their luminous forms fading into the ethereal mist, Olivia felt a profound sense of both accomplishment and responsibility settle upon her shoulders. The primordial shadow had been vanquished, and the delicate balance of the feline realm had been restored, but Olivia knew that her journey had only just begun. Ustra approached Olivia, the guardian's serene gaze reflecting a deep, unwavering wisdom. Young Olivia, you have proven yourself a true champion of Meowgic, the feline elder murmured, its voice resonating with a reverent weight. The celestial felines have recognized your valor and conviction, and have bestowed upon you the mantle of guardianship. Olivia felt a surge of both humility and resolve, her emerald eyes widening with a mixture of awe and responsibility. Guardianship, she echoed, her voice tinged with a sense of trepidation. What does that entail, Ustra? The guardian's expression softened, a faint, approving smile gracing its features. It means that you have been tasked with safeguarding the delicate balance of our world, Olivia, Ustra replied, its words infused with a profound sense of gravity. The primordial shadow may have been vanquished, but the forces of darkness are ever present, and they will continue to seek to unravel the intricate tapestry of our existence. Olivia felt a chill run down her spine, but her gaze remained unwavering, her paws firmly planted upon the forest floor. Then I shall be vigilant, Ustra, she declared, her voice ringing with a steadfast conviction. I will continue to hone my Meowgic abilities, to deepen my understanding of the cosmic forces that shape our world. And whenever the shadows threaten to consume the light, I will be there to stand against them, to protect the harmony of the feline realm. Astra's luminous gaze gleamed with a profound sense of approval, the Guardian's tail sweeping in a slow, graceful arc. "I have no doubt of that, Olivia," the feline elder responded, its voice infused with a reverent weight. "You have been chosen for this sacred duty, and the celestial felines have entrusted you with the responsibility of guarding the delicate balance of our world." Olivia felt a surge of both trepidation and determination, her paw instinctively reaching for the emerald collar's pendant. "I will not fail them, Astra," she vowed, her voice ringing with a resolute conviction. "The power of Meowgic flows through me, and with the guidance of our feline kin, I will face whatever challenges arise and ensure that the light triumphs over the darkness." Astra's serene expression reflected a profound sense of pride, the Guardian's words carrying a weight of ancient authority. "Then go forth, Olivia of Meowgic," the feline elder proclaimed, "and may the cosmic rhythms of our world be your constant companion. Wherever the shadows threaten to encroach, you shall be there to defend the delicate balance that sustains our realm." With a graceful sweep of its paw, Astra gestured towards the paw-print pathway, the ethereal marks pulsing with a renewed, celestial brilliance. "The trail awaits, young guardian," the feline elder murmured, its voice infused with a sense of reverent anticipation. "The fate of our feline kin rests upon your shoulders, and the cosmic forces of the universe have chosen you to be their champion." Olivia felt a surge of both trepidation and determination, her emerald eyes shining with a fierce, unwavering resolve. She knew that the challenges that lay ahead would test the very limits of her Meowgic abilities, but she was undaunted, her conviction strengthened by the trust that the celestial felines had placed in her. With a deep, steadying breath, Olivia turned her gaze towards the paw-print pathway, the glowing marks beckoning her onward. She would follow this trail, ever vigilant, ever ready to confront the forces of darkness that threatened to unbalance the delicate harmony of the feline realm. For she was Olivia, the celestial guardian, and her destiny was to safeguard the light, no matter the cost. And so, with a renewed sense of purpose, Olivia stepped forward, her paws treading the mystical path that stretched out before her, leading her ever deeper into the cosmic mysteries that awaited.